Step into the world of Float, Sizzle, and Chill, where I, Dr. Schreier, take you on a captivating healing voyage each week. Explore state-of-the-art approaches to rejuvenate your body and mind. Our mission is to bring you the finest treatments and therapies for complete healing. Hi, this is Dr. Alon Schreier with Float, Sizzle, and Chill, and we're back for our next episode with Janine.
Hey!
Janine is our podcast girl, and she produces podcasts for people all around the country, all around the world, and I'm excited to interview her today because she's been watching my journey and helping me with my podcast and helping make my dreams come true.
Aw, thanks, Elon. I'm so excited to be here. Normally, I'm on the other side of the camera and the microphone, but today I thought it was really appropriate with everything you're doing and with what I'm doing in my journey to be on your show, and I'm so excited for it.
Awesome. Well, I'm so excited that you're here. For those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, Float, Sizzle, and Chill is a podcast that is designed to teach health tips and life tips for success by things that I've learned through my chiropractic practice and techniques that I've learned for improving people's health, but also I interview people that are having success in their lives in health routines, in life, business routines, so you can improve your life. And we also have a mission to pay it back or pay it forward in our communities by helping less fortunate people. So Janine, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks.
How are you today?
I'm so excited.
All right, awesome. So what I wanted to talk about first, I think, because this is mainly a health-related podcast, is your journey recently that you started, actually with me, because at my office we do this program called ChiroThin, and it's a weight loss program. We help people lose between 20 and 35 pounds within 6 weeks. It's all natural, it's safe, there's no injections like Ozempic or semaglutide. You're actually eating real foods. So can you tell us a little bit about why you wanted to do that?
Yes.
What your experience has been?
1,000%. So I have been really kind of vocal on social media, especially on Facebook, that I'm down. I think I'm down like 14 pounds as of today. I think I've got like another week and a half to go, something like that. But I have done every program. And when I say everything, I used to work for a weight loss program where I lost a ton of weight. I've tried everything you can imagine, from HCG to intermittent fasting to Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig. I mean, you name the weight loss program, and I've always had an issue struggling with weight my entire life. So it is about a relationship with food, and it is about changing your habits. And I think that I just fall back into old habits because of lack of motivation. And when you said you had a new program, I thought, you know what? I really want to give it a shot. What the heck? I never would have expected the type of results that I'm having now. I mean, when I came to you, I was in bad shape. I was fainting. I was having spouts of vertigo. I have a client who's a digestive health specialist who was really helping putting me on digestive health enzymes and things of that nature, because I had some testing done, but I wasn't seeing results with weight loss because I just wasn't eating what I needed to do. I wasn't eating properly. And when I first started the program with ChiroThin, I thought, okay, this seems really cool. And it kind of seemed like a combination of a few different things, but in a different way, different types of foods, different portions. And it's so easy. It's not difficult. You meal prep, you make it simple on yourself. And I've lost, like I said, 14 pounds. I haven't felt this good in a really long time. I have energy. I have no fatigue. I wake up in the morning alert and ready to go. I'm sleeping better. I snack on pickles nonstop because that's my go-to. It's like a free food. So pickles are my go-to when I'm hungry, and I'm just rolling with it. I'm excited to see where it goes.
That's amazing. I love everything you just said there. I think a couple of key points are that you're eating real foods and you're learning how to control your portions. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of what happens in our society is that we're trained for this quick fix. Everybody wants to lose weight quickly, keep it off, but they don't want to change anything in their life. And so that's where these things like the diabetic injections, like Ozempic and semaglutide come in, which help a lot of people lose weight. There's a few things I don't like about it. With any medication, there always comes risks and side effects. One of the side effects that's coming out just now after, people taking it for the last year or so is some people get stomach paralysis, which is super painful. And a lot of times, even after they stop taking the medication, it doesn't go away. So a lot of people don't know about that.
That's scary. Yeah. I'm so glad you brought that up.
Another thing is that you never learn how to actually change your habits or your diet when you're on those injections. It makes you not hungry, so you lose weight. But if you ever stop taking it, you're going to go back to your old habits because you never learned how to cook. You never learned how to create the right portions. You never learned how to actually modify your lifestyle. And I hate to say it, but those things are necessary. There's no quick fixes in life. The work that you put in is what you get out of it, right?
100%.
So I think that, people, I think it's super popular because it's easy. It's not even inexpensive. People are paying, like $1,000 a month.
$1,000 a pop for these injections. Yeah. And so many people that I know that have done it have seen little to no results because, to your point, they're not changing anything. They think there's just a magic pill or injection that's going to help them lose weight, and it's not the case.
Well, sometimes I do see some people that lose a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that there's a few problems. One is the social aspect. It makes you not hungry to the point where you don't even want to look at food. Like, you become averse to food. You don't even want to go out to restaurants or hang out with friends or family because of that. With this program, with ChiroThin, you can actually go out to a restaurant. You're still hungry, but you're not like ravenous like you might have been in the past where you're craving foods. But you can actually go out and still have an appetite and enjoy food, but having a better relationship with it.
I have been to at least 3 to 4 restaurants on Atlantic Avenue on this program and still lost weight. Just because you give me a roadmap and you give me my foods, and then I just know what to eat. So don't feel like you can't eat out. Don't feel like you can't, do certain things. You just have to be mindful and mentally tell yourself that you've already eaten certain things. Like, it's a mental thing with dieting, right? Mm-hmm. You've already eaten certain foods in your life. You know what they taste like. You don't have to have them. You can wait for that.
Or if you do have them, you know that it's just that one meal and you don't have to go crazy afterwards as long as you get back on track. That's what I tell people going through the ChiroThin program, is that you may have a cheat day here or there or a cheat meal, but the key is to not say, oh, well, I ate bad, now I'm just going to go back to my old ways.
And throw in the towel and just say, heck with it, right?
You get back on track. A couple of things that make the ChiroThin program unique is that you're eating real food, so it's not prepackaged. You're actually learning how to cook and make food for yourself. But also it's setting a new set point for your body weight. So after the program, the goal is that you get to a new set point where if you do gain some pounds, your body is able to go back to that new set point, which was your end weight, instead of your old set point, which is before the program started. That's key because lots of people lose weight. It's easy to lose weight for a lot of people. You lose the weight, you go on a starvation diet, but then once you stop, you gain it all back and you go right back to your old weight. With this program, you set a new set point, and there's a way to do it scientifically, so that if you do have a couple bad meals or you go on a vacation, when you get back to eating normally, your body goes to that new set point. And that's your homeostasis, which is really cool because nobody wants to lose a bunch of weight and then just gain it right back, right?
It's so true. And I'm so happy that I'm on this journey. I'm thrilled to be, I literally lost a pound from doing hot yoga the other night for an hour, and now I'm sitting in a sauna for 20 minutes. So my MacGyver always tells me, like, you need to sweat. I like to see you sweat. And it's so encouraging because I feel like if I'm not sweating, I'm not like burning, and I'm detoxing right now. And am healthier for my clients overall. You know, starting a new business is challenging and it's terrifying. And I've always worked for someone else until December of this year. And I was terrified to take the plunge and open my own podcasting production company because I knew how to do it and I had the confidence in that, but I didn't know if other people would have the confidence in me for what I was doing. So it took a while to build up that confidence and go, you know what, at the end of the day, I know what I'm doing and I'm confident in what I'm doing. And I really love helping people on their journey when it comes to podcasting because people get into it for so many different reasons, for marketing purposes, for monetization purposes, just for fun. Some people are retired and they want a passion project and they want to have a good time. There's differences in all of it. And the best advice I could give clients is everyone thinks they're going to be famous, like right when inception of the podcast. And it's a crawl, walk, run scenario. Longevity, consistency are key when it comes to podcasting. So 10, 20, 30, 40 episodes builds credibility in your brand and in your content, and people like to see that, which is why out of the 2 million podcasts out there, there might be only 150,000 to 300,000 that are actually active, because people will start, realize that it's work, realize that it's not as easy as they thought to be consistent, and their feed is live, but they haven't published an episode in 3 years or so.
That's something I wanted to talk about with you, because I started this podcast, what is it now, 8 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago? I think around 7, 8 weeks, right? And I came out, guns blazing, super excited about starting this podcast. And I had this vision that this podcast is so unique. We do an interview in a sauna and a cold plunge. I've never seen that before. I looked all over. I was like, nobody's doing this. Yeah, you helped me with that. And I was like, this is going to go viral. And I was so excited that I thought that within like a couple episodes, we're going to be like, oh my God, this is crazy. And it was just going to blow up right away.
Marketing is key.
Yeah.
I always tell clients, if you don't market your podcast, it's not going to go where you want it to go, which is why if you're a celebrity and you start a podcast, you have an instant following because you've got the name, but you also have a marketing team behind you that's pushing this in every outlet. Marketing is key. And if I do clips for a client, I always tell them, I can't be the only one posting the clip. You've got to post your clips, because I always tell clients, to be truthful, I can't care more about your podcast than you do. I can't want to market it more than you. So post clips on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube Shorts. Invest, if you have to, in some ads, which I can go over with you to like boost things up a bit and get your downloads up there. We'll talk about that off camera. It's a secret sauce. You have to hire me. Sorry. But there's a lot of things that you can do to enhance that, to make things get some more traction. But consistency is key. Yeah. Consistent.
We actually had somebody that was going to be on this week that ended up having to reschedule. And I almost didn't do one this week, and you were like, "No, we have to be consistent.
We have to."
So you had the great idea of having yourself come on, and I had you on the list of wanting to interview. So I'm so happy we made it work.
That's how dedicated I am to my clients.
Love it.
I'm in a sauna on a Sunday morning, and I'm going into how cold is the cold plunge?
42 degrees.
That's amazing. And I wore this hat for you, Doc, because I know you are philanthropic and you like to give back to charity. And so I thought I would rep the Longest Day. I was part of the Longest Day committee in Broward County, and we put on events all over the Tri-County area that really benefited Alzheimer's and what the Longest Day is. It's different than the walk. The Alzheimer's Association typically does the walk in Boca every year, which is a little bit different. You have teams and whatnot. You still have teams when it comes to the Longest Day event, but typically it's an event. You can do it virtually, you can do it in person to raise money. And so I got the pleasure of doing that this year. It was fantastic, and I'll probably continue it again because it's for such a great cause.
Awesome. I love that. And our whole mission is about giving back. So we'll definitely help share the longest days info online and get them some more followers, some more donations. You also wanted to talk about the Brunch Babes, I think.
Oh, yeah. So check this out. One of my besties, hey, shout out Lauren Spiker, started her own networking group for women in the area, and it's called Brunch Babes. And it originally started with us. We've been friends for 35 years, and a group of friends that we grew up with, we would go to like Louis Bossi's in Boca and have brunch and sit outside and have bottomless mimosas. Of course, I can't do that right now, but I can show up and be cute. So, and I was able to actually go to an event and eat on the ChiroThin program, which I was like super excited about. So there's always, if you ask a chef, he will definitely accommodate. But I promised Lauren that I would wear these glasses because every member of our group gets these fun Brunch Babe sunglasses, which I can't wait to wear in the cold plunge. But as part of the member of the group, we go to different, once a month, we have a different networking group with women, and we share contact information and we support other women, and it's about building empowerment and building women up as opposed to tearing women down. And I think women in general have a bad rap for doing that to other women. It's hard as a woman to get ahead. And so it's our nature to say, I do it better. But no, you have to support others, and your business will not thrive unless you support other women, even in the same field, and go, you know what? They're amazing. I love how they do that. They're great. And I think that it's important to encourage people, even in the same field. I refer people business. If I can't accommodate them, I know who to refer, and I don't think I'm better than anyone else. I just think I'm different.
You're amazing. I'm just going to
thanks.
say, you're amazing. You love what you do. You're passionate. I already see your business has flourished in this last year.
Yes.
And I think it's so cool that you're supporting both of these groups.
Hey.
Those glasses are awesome.
Aren't they fun?
They are. So I'm so excited to support you. And so a couple of last things I want to ask you before we switch over to the cold plunge. How long does it take for a podcast or video cast to become popular?
Depends on who you are. I know it sounds strange, but if you're a celebrity, pretty much you have backing right off the bat. You might have sponsorships going in. If you're brand new and you don't have a huge social media presence, like
a chiropractor in Delray Beach.
If you have a huge following, then it's going to catapult, but we have to grow that audience. So I would say give it a good 20 episodes, and then you're really reared up, because now you've got months of content under your belt. You can easily present to sponsors. We can do a sponsorship deck for you. We can do a pitch deck or a one-pager that makes you look professional, to be able to be on someone else's, let's say, top 3% or top 1% podcast globally, and vice versa. We can try to get someone on your show because if you network with other podcasters, that's a way to exponentially grow your audience. You always want to have a podcaster on. So the next step would be, let's get you some good podcasters that have been doing this for a while so you can gain traction in their audience as well.
Perfect. I love that advice. And that was some of the things that I was thinking about, is like inviting people that already have a following.
For sure.
I've already had some kind of big name people that do already have followings and are on TV. And I have had a podcaster on last episode, Justin Himmelbaum. So I'm looking forward to do more of those. The last thing I want to ask you while we're in here is something you mentioned while you're on ChiroThin, and I noticed myself, because I lost about 15 pounds when I did it a few months ago. I gained, some weight from having my wife having 2 kids, but all the snacks that come with it and all the stress and everything. I gained a bunch of weight and I was able to lose 15 pounds, but I noticed that my mind was so clear. It wasn't just the weight loss, but I felt like mentally clearer than I have in years. And you mentioned that too. So I wanted to ask you what you've noticed, mentally and mood-wise.
Mentally, I wake up in the morning and I don't want to go back to sleep. And for months, I was having this battle with my weight where I was at an all-time high with my weight. I would wake up in the morning not rested and want to immediately go back to bed. And as a 41-year-old female, that is not normal. I should not be doing that. I should be getting up, having full energy, and making my day. And I wasn't eating the right foods, and I wasn't doing the proper nutrition. And I think alongside with the food and the amino acids that I'm doing, they play a huge role in how you feel. And I feel great.
That's awesome. Yeah, so it doesn't only help physically, but it also helps mentally. And it's super simple. It's an anti-inflammatory diet where we give you the layout of what you can eat, what you can't eat. If it's not on the list, you can't eat it. It's simple.
And I've been doing a gluten-free, dairy-free diet in general, so that really helped alongside with this program. Everything, just the stars aligned, everything worked for me. I love it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But the couple things are that you can have some types of bread, and some of them have gluten, and you can even have fruit.
Yep.
So you can have fruit, you can have some bread. It involves intermittent fasting, and also these drops, which are supplements that are homeopathic, so it's all really safe and natural. And I'm looking forward to share it with the world and getting thousands of people on this. We can even offer it remotely throughout the country. So if somebody is not in Florida or Delray Beach, we actually do remote weekly check-ins for accountability. If they are in the area, they come into the office. But we can do this anywhere. We drop ship, and I'm excited to help more people.
I love that. And listen, if you're listening to this, which you are, because I'm going to blast this like the second coming, what you need to know is accountability. They give you a text every day. So every day I get a text. What is your weight? How are you feeling today? On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you think you performed on the diet yesterday? What are your issues? They'll text you back if you're having issues. It's a very one-on-one accountability type of approach, which I need.
Yeah, and I think most people do, and that's why it works.
Yep.
Scientific, accountability, easy to follow. You're not hungry on the program. All the above. It's amazing.
It's hot.
Welcome back to Float, Sizzle, and Chill with Dr. Schreier. I have Janine here. We just finished the sauna, and now she's going to do the 3-minute cold plunge challenge. Let's see if you can make it.
All right, MacGyver's checking the time.
All right.
Here we go.
First time going in. She's only felt it with her hands before. You got this. All right. You got it. Whew. Just take some deep breaths.
Okay, deep breaths, deep breaths, deep breaths.
Deep breaths.
Deep breaths, okay.
And I'll ask you some questions to make the time go by faster.
Okay, perfect.
So Janine.
Doc, I don't know.
You got this. The first 30 seconds are the hardest, then it gets easier. It's a little painful in your feet, but I promise it gets easier.
Okay, go for it.
Perfect.
Okay.
So Janine.
Yes.
After you're done with the ChiroThin program, what is your health routine going to look like? What are you going to commit to doing afterwards? Some sort of exercise, some sort of new routine?
Walking, trying to get my 10,000 steps in daily, eating healthy still, trying to still eat as super healthy as I possibly can, and go from there.
So I think I'm going to challenge you.
Okay, challenge me.
So we're doing this podcast once a week. I'm going to challenge you that after you finish the ChiroThin, that by the end of, let's say, 2 months, that you're able to stay in the whole 3 minutes in the cold plunge without getting out.
Okay, challenge accepted.
Perfect.
Accepted. This is the hardest thing by far I've ever done. I can't believe I'm doing it. But I did a minute. I'm getting back in. I'm completing this 3-minute challenge because you're holding me accountable.
I love that. And I can't believe you're getting back in, because I know how painful that it can be on your feet when you first do it for like the first time.
Listen, you can do anything you put your mind to. I truly believe that. And it's all power of the mind.
I think everything in life, whether it's diet, exercise, relationships,
Yep.
business,
100%.
everything is about your mindset.
100%.
If you think you can do it, you can. If you think you can't do it,
You can't.
You can. It's what it's all about. Let's switch gears to something fun. What's one place that you've never been that is on your list that you're going to make happen?
Thailand.
Thailand.
I need to go at least once in my lifetime. Thailand.
Awesome.
With
And-
my honey.
Oh, that's awesome.
And have like $5 massages and like eat good Thai food.
Isn't that the best? Like,
Yes.
I've never been, but that's somewhere I want to go to.
I want to eat
the
some
food.
Yes, I want to eat
is
some
amazing.
like good bok choy and like good like Japanese vegetables
Perfect.
and Thailand vegetables.
Isn't just thinking about that making you like get a little warmer?
Yeah, actually. You kind
Awesome.
of get used to this.
See, I told you can do it.
Wow.
So you are getting better.
Oh my God. Like I'm Don't know how
You're
long
doing
I've been in, but like I'm doing all right,
I
right?
told you it gets easier.
It does get easier.
So if you've never tried cold plunging or sauna, you have to do it. It pushes your boundaries. It gets you feeling better. What else did I want to ask you about?
Oh, who I'm nominating?
Who are you nominating to be on Float, Sizzle, and Chill in the future?
I nominate Emiliano Brooks for Float, Sizzle, and Chill. He made a comment that he has not been invited as a guest on any of my clients' podcasts, and he wants to be a guest. So I am nominating him because I know he can do this. He's done it in the past, and I think he would be a great guest to talk about pixel work, his business, and what he's doing on his health routine because he just recently started a health routine.
That's awesome. I love Emiliano. I've known him, I think, for like 10, 11, maybe even 12 years when I started my practice. And it'd be an honor to interview him and all the cool things that he's doing in his life and business. So I'm going to reach out to Emiliano very soon. How much longer do we have?
I've been in 3 minutes.
2, 1.
I did it.
3 minutes straight.
3 minutes
3
straight.
minutes.
You
Straight.
did 1 minute and then another 3.
She's
Wow.
done 4 minutes.
Wow,
You want to
I
stay
did
in there
it.
or are you ready to get out?
I did it. All right. Well, I think we'll switch. What do you think?
I think so.
All right, kids. I did it. Yeah.
Since Justin, it does become harder
It becomes.
when you haven't been doing it regularly.
Yeah.
The more you do it, the better you get at it, which I guess is anything in life.
I'm going to talk you through this like you talked me through this. I cannot believe I
Okay.
stayed in there 4 minutes,
Whew.
which is insane. I'm very proud of myself. High five to Dr. Schreier. So, Doc, as far as like where you are in your practice and what you've done with your routine, what's the next step for you in your health journey?
In my health journey, I've really committed this year to changing my eating habits and my lifestyle. For years, I've exercised on and off, where I'd exercise 4, 5, 6 days a week. And I would laugh because my wife never exercises and she weighs like 100 pounds and she eats like about what I eat. But
Not fair.
it's not fair. But I'm always snacking.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
always, I'll eat good during the week and then I'll go crazy on the weekend. And I think a lot of people do that. And I would work out all the time just so I can eat, and I wasn't losing any weight. I was actually gaining weight. And I think that's a big commitment this year that I've already lost like 15 pounds and I feel so much healthier.
Awesome.
I feel so much more energy. And the biggest thing is mental clarity. You know, when I do have a day or two where I don't eat good, like going to these kids' birthday parties where I have pizza and cake.
Ice
You know,
cream.
sometimes I still do it, but not like I used to. But I find that even if I do it for a day or two, mentally I'm not as clear the next day. So I really know there's a huge effect on my health. And the other thing is getting routine chiropractic care, which
Yay for chiropractic.
which I tell all my patients to do, but I'm not always so good about because I'm in the office all the time.
Yeah.
And so I've been going to my chiropractor regularly again.
I love that. That's fantastic. That's great advice from chiropractor to chiropractor. I think that's so good. So, pop, sizzle, and chill, or what is the other name?
Crack, sizzle, and
Crack,
chill,
sizzle, and
or
chill.
adjust.
Adjust, sizzle, and
something.
chill. Something like that. We're
Yeah.
going to take a vote on the name, okay?
Yeah. But we're going to start adjusting people before or after their interview so that they can experience chiropractic if they've never experienced it, or if they have, they can explain the benefits that they got in the past.
I like crack, sizzle, and chill.
Okay,
I think
cool.
that's my vote.
I think we got to get on. My nomination would be Crack Addicts is a show on TLC, and a friend of mine from chiropractic
Yep.
school, Alessandra Colon, is actually the star of that show.
Oh, wow.
And she's in Palm Beach Gardens, like half an hour from here.
Oh, my gosh. We have to get her on.
Yeah, so a few months ago, her show blew up. It's kind of like Dr. Pimple Popper.
Right.
But for chiropractic, where they bring in these crazy cases that nobody else was able to help, and she helps them. And it helps show the world that not only does chiropractic work, but it works for like extreme cases where people went to doctors, neurologists, they got MRI, CT scans, nothing helped these people, and she's able to. And it's not just her, it's chiropractic. It works.
Wow.
So I've been thinking about it a lot, and I haven't reached out yet, but we're friendly, and I think it could be great.
Let's
for,
do it.
For
Let's work on it.
chiropractic and
Yes.
for her.
I'm digging it. I'm digging this, Doc.
Awesome.
And then
Anything
Pay It
else?
Back Pizza, how's that going?
Pay It Back Pizza is in the final stages of becoming a nonprofit. So I've been working with some lawyers, and once we get that hashed out, which I think could happen in the next week, then I already have a logo. I've applied to a couple of green markets where we could set up. We have people that want to volunteer, that want to donate, and I'm going to make this happen. Like anything in, new ideas, like when you started a new business, how scary is that?
Terrifying.
It's terrifying. So I've gone through, these phases with Pay It Back Pizza already where I had this idea, and like, this is going to change the world. It can help homeless people and underprivileged people, low income or veterans. I'm like, this is going to be amazing. And for weeks I was on this high, but then all of a sudden the doubt and the fear crept in. I was like, wait, is this going to work? How is it going to work? Just all these things crept in, and now I have to really do the work to make it happen while running my life, my practice, my family. And so that's something I'm working on figuring out how to do, but I'm still committed to making this happen and helping people.
I'm so proud of you, Doc. This has been a fun journey so far, and we're going to kick it up a notch.
Awesome.
Wow, you did 5 minutes?
Oh my God. Well,
High five, Doc.
next time I got to get my shoulders in because that's the hardest part.
Woo!
But we'll work on that.
So this was another episode, guys, of Float, Sizzle, and Chill. And follow, share, download, leave Dr. Elon Schreier a 5-star rating. It goes a long way. And
if you need any chiropractic services, or if you have any health concerns in Delray Beach or South Florida, come to my office, Schreier Family Chiropractic, IV, and Med Spa. We help with not just backaches, but overall health.
We appreciate you floating, sizzling, and chilling with us today on this episode. To stay connected, consider showing your support by following, sharing, and awarding us a sizzling 5-star review on platforms like Apple or Spotify. Remember, you can participate in our weekly $1,000 raffle by submitting a review to Apple or Spotify and leaving a comment on the current YouTube episode. Check the episode description for instructions. You can reach us at www.dralon.com, DRELAN. Drop an email at info@dralon.com. Stay happy, healthy, and abundant.